Hope you didn't miss me too much. Here I am once again with another rework. How is this possible? Nova, we made a lot of changes to her. Hopefully you're excited. Starting with her brand new passive. Now when she kills an enemy that's slowed down, they have increased chance to drop a health orb, and if the enemy is sped up, they have an increased chance to drop an energy orb. And that kind of gives you a hint of where we're going later on, so I'll save that for later. Null Star is now recastable by default. Also, we increased the base amount of particles it has, and now the damage reduction from each particle scales with strength. So between those two things, it's much easier to get to the cap of damage reduction. We also changed how the damage reduction works. Before it only affected health. Now it affects health and shields. We also changed the damage to blast. In fact, all of her abilities used to be all over the place in terms of which types of damage it did. Now they all do blast. And this one in particular has a guaranteed status and an increased base damage, so it's much more effective. For antimatter drop, we made it so that it's much easier to control. As you move your camera around, it will actually stay much closer to the center of your view. You will also now be able to recast whenever you want, and that will make it travel much faster to whatever destination you're giving it. So it's much easier for you to like cast it, charge it, and then drop it as a bomb wherever you desire. We also made it a little larger so it's easier to hit, and now it has a much better communication for as it charges, it starts filling up. Also, we changed the charge mechanics so that it works better at lower levels of gear as well as higher levels of gear. For Wormhole, it used to have duration and charges, now it only has charges, and we now can see it visibly on top of the portal so you can know how many charges it had left. Also, we made it so that when you press and hold the ability, you get a better preview of where you're going to end up being teleported to. And as I teased earlier when I was talking about the passive, now Molecular Prime has a hold cast, which will do the fast version. So you have the normal version on top and the fast version on hold. Now you don't need to go into negative strength to actually get the fast version. We also added so that the multiplier now affects more than it used to. Before it only affected damage to health. Now it also affects damage to shields and to overguard. And we also did a pass across the game to all the different frames, and we actually made it standardized like that. Some of them already did that. A lot of them were only doing it to health or health and shields. It was pretty inconsistent. Now we made it consistent across the board. I hope you're excited to play with these changes, some of them long requested, and you'll get them in your hands soon. Adios.